May I come in, sir?
Come.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Take a seat.
Thank you, sir.
DEVANSH GUPTA. Very good. When is your interview?
17th of December, sir.
I thought so because very good. Today is what? Today is 13th.
13th,
So next
sir.
Thursday, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday is supposed to be very good. In South, we believe that Wednesday. So you will be lucky. Anyway, Moradabad.
Yes, sir.
Moradabad is famous for something.
Yes, sir. It is known as Brass City of India. It is famous for its brass handicrafts.
Very good. How much are we exporting?
Sir, nearly 10,000 crore. The
10,000
overall industry
crores.
size is 16,000 crores.
Very good. How much of it to US?
70%, sir.
70%. And this Trump's duty is there.
Yes, sir.
How much?
So the erstwhile duty was 6 to 11%. Now the duty is 25% base and 25% penalty duty on India for importing Russian oil. So 50%.
So 50% duty. So how will your export be affected?
Sir, they are significantly affected. Orders worth 2,000 crore have been estimated to be cancelled.
Cancelled.
Right, sir. And 2.5 lakh jobs are at risk. But indeed, certain measures have been taken by the government of Uttar Pradesh to arrest the decline of the industry because of US tariffs.
In what way?
Sir, the export policy has just come out and it is
Export policy of the
Uttar Pradesh government.
Uttar Pradesh government.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. What does it say?
So it says it is giving 30% subsidy for freight equalization, 30% subsidy for premiums of Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India, 75% subsidy for e-commerce onboarding, and 75% subsidy for market development assistance. That is for the exporters to look out for new markets away from the United States.
Excellent. Apart from that, because of the exchange rate change, the exporters will benefit.
Certainly, sir.
How much?
By nearly 5% this year, sir. Year to date, rupee depreciation is 5%
Yeah.
against.
So if you rupee depreciate further, they will benefit further.
Certainly, sir. It will dampen the effect of tariffs.
So Moradabad people would like our rupee to depreciate.
Sir, every exporter in India would like rupee to depreciate against dollar.
I like your answer. Very good. Very impressive. Nice. You know, there is a blessing in disguise, as they say.
Right.
So it is one of those examples. So, but tell me, what is the distance between Delhi and Moradabad?
Sir, 160 kilometers.
Do you have any fast train like Vande Bharat, something testing that?
Yes, sir. Vande Bharat connects from Delhi to Ayodhya. That goes via Moradabad.
The Ayodhya one goes via Moradabad.
Right, sir.
In terms of highways, has it improved now?
Significantly, sir.
Because everywhere you see excellent highways.
Right.
The lanes also increase and the quality of roads.
Right, sir. 6-lane highway exists between Moradabad
So the
and
land
Delhi.
prices in Moradabad must have gone up.
Certainly, sir. The circle rates are being revised upwards continuously year after year.
So you'll be happy to go as collector Moradabad.
So God willing, but if I am not wrong, home district is not given as.
No, I'm just joking. You
sir.
know, that no harm in saying. Good. You have taken law.
Right, sir.
Your optional is also law and you have done law.
Yes, sir.
So some very simple questions on law.
Certainly.
What do you understand by rule of law?
So rule of law is a concept given by English jurist A.V.
You come
Dicey.
to the question straight away the answer. You may commit mistake if you go into all that. What is rule of law? Define and forget about it.
Sir, it means three things. Supremacy of law, that is everyone is equal before the law. And
Equality before law. If you say that's good enough.
right, sir.
And what is rule by law?
So rule by law is simply enacting laws to suit one's will, and it does not guarantee equality before law or predominance of legal spirit.
So in India, what do we have? We have both or we have only rule of law?
So we have rule of law.
But there is a country in our neighborhood, they have both rule of law and rule by law also. Which is country?
Sir, it's Pakistan if I'm
Very
not
good.
mistaken.
So how do you say that?
Sir, in fact, because of the changing constitution of Pakistan continuously and the recent 27th amendment that has given.
They have a Shariat law.
Okay.
That is by rule by law, by Shariat law. So that is how it is rule of law. Right. What is ICJ?
So the International Court of Justice, it's the principal judicial organ of the United Nations.
Very good. Where is it located?
At the Hague, the Netherlands.
Do you have any Indian in that?
Right, sir.
How many judges are there?
Sir, 15 judges are there in total. And Honorable Justice Deepak Bhandari from India is on the bench for the second consecutive term.
Very good. Now, the famous Sheikh Hasina case.
Right, sir.
To buy time, should we refer to ICJ? Why
Uh,
should I say to buy time?
Sir, in my opinion, we should not refer the case to International
No,
Court of
if it
Justice.
comes to was, can we think of it as a possible solution or whatever?
Sir,
Anyway, let's stick to that. Suppose it is referred, what happens?
Sir, if Bangladesh can go to International Court of Justice for that, but extradition under international law is completely governed bilaterally.
And we
Uh,
have some agreement also with Bangladesh, no?
we do have agreement
So what does
treaty.
that agreement say?
Sir, it requires mutual legal assistance and cooperation between India and Bangladesh. However, sir, there is an exception in that treaty
That
between
is?
India and Bangladesh that certain crimes which are of political nature and which either country thinks that should not be extradited, we are not bound to extradite that person. In this case, Ms. Sheikh Hasina.
Very good. No, I was saying SCJ because like all UN resolutions, the ICJ verdict never gets implemented.
Right.
You know, our own case with Pakistan, what is that case?
Sir, the Kulbhushan Jadhav case.
Kulbhushan. See where it's hanging.
Right.
They are given some, order. They are not following.
Right, so they have given certain respite, even though the custody of Mr. Kulbhushan Jadhav has not been handed over to India by ICJ, but consular access occasionally is being granted. But yes,
also the
delaying
way it is
tactics are
done,
happening.
much more needs to be done, really.
Yes, sir.
So that way, it's a you can buy time by referring to that if you want to. Now, who is the Chief Justice of India?
Honorable Justice Mr. Surya Kant, sir,
Suryakant. He's from where?
from the state of Haryana, sir.
Haryana, no? Something, very nice. Okay, Prayagraj, Allahabad, the famous Kumbh Mela. It's over now, but still tell us how many people you say? The way it was managed, what's your view?
Sir, this was a Herculean exercise, and estimations are that nearly 50 to 60 crore people visited.
Imagine.
And there were incidents where a stampede occurred. That was one off incident
Yeah.
where many deaths have been reported. That was very unfortunate. Overall, sir, given the scale of the event, it was managed well. We can see that in countries where population is just a fraction of not just India but Uttar Pradesh, there are significantly worse incidents to report whenever crowd management comes to it. But barring that one incident of
Yeah,
stampede, it was managed well.
that's nothing really. And the way they organized it,
Right, sir.
attend this, that, and that are remarkable. That is something, we can be proud of. That is. So your law is your optional.
Yes,
And
sir.
your hobbies, what are your hobbies like?
So one is car driving. I drove from Moradabad to Delhi, and one is cycling, and another is diary writing.
Good. You're fond of driving cars. Excellent. What do you think of Formula One?
So it's a very welcome sport. It has not gained prominence in India significantly, but it's a welcome sport for car enthusiasts.
But do we have track anywhere in the country?
Sir, if I'm not mistaken, the Buddh International Circuit in Noida is the
Yeah,
track
near
for
Noida.
it.
But is it of the international standard?
Sir, I'm not completely aware about that track's specifics. But since Formula One has not yet been organized in India, so if I were to take a estimate, it would not have been of international standards.
No, but still, given the infrastructure is there, it's hardly being used.
Right, sir.
So that way it's a bit sad, no?
Yeah.
But anyway, when people are driving in Delhi, they are driving Formula One only. With so much speed and okay. You write diary every day. Every day you write?
No, sir. Occasionally.
Acha. But tell me, do you write truthfully or honestly or what? Or you write, somebody might see the diary, so let me be very careful in what I write.
No, sir. In fact, my diary has been seen. I did not intend to show it, but it has been seen. So I write honestly. What I write about is a particular event that if I think about it and I have some thought that comes to my mind, I write about it. If I meet someone new and there is a very, I feel about writing about that person, that I write. I even make others write about me in my diary as to what they think of me. So the purpose of diary writing is self-improvement for me, sir.
There have been some books written on that. Diary writing. Are you aware of that?
Some books on diary writing, or
No, some people from their diary, they compile it into a form of a book.
so Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam's diary has been published. My journey with making dreams into turning dreams into reality. That one I am aware about. And Annie Frank's diary from World War II, the diary of a young girl. She was a Jewish who was in the camp, who was taken to the concentration camps. Her diary was published by her father, who escaped to Austria. But unfortunately, she could not escape. These two I am aware about.
You got award for this Abdullah International Social Legal Filmmaking.
Right, sir.
You made a film.
A documentary film, sir.
Oh, great. What was the theme?
So domestic violence against women, the impact of COVID-19 on domestic violence against women,
Impact of COVID-19.
induced lockdown.
Oh, what are the main theme? I mean, what were you trying to advocate?
So, sir, being a part of the community legal care cell of my college, we used to run a counseling center there. So, the victims of domestic violence used to approach us, and we would also take information about the domestic violence cases from District Court Pune and offer counseling or a pre-litigation mediation to the couple before filing of the cases. So the competition was in 2021, and the idea for competition came from one of the janitors of our college who approached my co-convener, who was a female, regarding an act of domestic violence committed by her husband against her. So she was the protagonist of our film actually, and we showed as to how domestic violence occurs. It does not necessarily have to begin with physical violence initially. It can be simple acts of controlling, simple acts of isolation, or making the other spouse take permission for small things, and then it progresses. And also we debunked two myths in this film. Number one is, as to people usually say as to why the women stayed with the husband when acts of domestic violence were taking place. So we showed as to how dangerous it is for the women to leave the husband. The real danger starts, in fact, after when she leaves the husband. And the second one was that domestic violence is not confined to just physical acts, but also verbal acts of abuse, emotional abuse, in financial deprivation, etc.
You know, at times the verbal can be more damaging than physical.
Indeed, sir.
You know, these sort of words they utter and all that time it lingers on.
Yes, sir.
But did you go to a particular district or a particular place to film this?
Yes, sir. It
Where?
was in Pune district only, sir. We had information about 23 cases from District Court Pune, which were filed after lockdown. Out of the total 865 cases. So those we interviewed. So our learnings from those couples, we incorporated them into our video, the
Very
film.
good. Acha, you seem to be interested in economic also. You said foreign direct investment
Right,
in
sir.
India. Research on that.
Yes, sir.
This for which period?
Sir, 1981 to 2014.
Oh, very good. So, I mean, did you get it published somewhere or just?
Yes, sir.
Acha, where?
Sir, the International Journal of Management and Studies.
Oh, great. So, what was your finding in very brief?
Sir, the paper, because of the word limit paucity in that field, the paper's title is slightly longer. It captures the impact of policies on foreign direct investment in India as to how they have been distortionary. In my research publication,
Oh, distortions.
it distorted in the sense that, sir, between 19, if we say pre-reform period, the maximum FDI India attracted was in the chemical sector. Which is very surprising because we did not have any competitive advantage in chemical sector, but only because we wanted to be self-reliant in that sector. The FDI did not enter in other sectors, which made those sectors dwarf. As we see, the manufacturing as contribution of GDP is only 15%. And state's role was very limited. After 1991, sir, the approach changed. But by that time, the globally economic transformation had taken place from manufacturing to services, and therefore India attracted FDI and services because of availability of English-speaking, cost-effective labor. And that's how I have come to the finding that manufacturing suffered because of protection that was offered to our industries by protecting them from the international competition. And in fact, sir, this economic survey also reflects of this year that protection can be given to industries only when it is accompanied with benchmarks of increased productivity and production and competitiveness. Any protection without them is futile.
Very good. You know, when you talk of post 1991, if you just say LPG, people will know.
Right, sir.
Liberalization, privatization, globalization.
Right, sir.
That has led to now 8+% growth. Very good. Now, okay, your interview is on 15th.
17th of December.
17th, okay. Now today, is it an important day, 13th of December, something important to do with Parliament?
Sir, I'm unable to recall, but
Think for a minute,
sir, did parliamentary attacks happen today?
Yes, today, 13th of December.
2000.
Divyansh,
Yes, sir.
are you a vegetarian?
No, sir.
You're not. Okay. What is special about Moradabadi biryani?
Sir, Moradabadi biryani is unique in the sense that it resembles yakhni pulao.
So, what is it? Say, if I compare it with Hyderabadi biryani, what is the difference?
Sir, Hyderabadi biryani you will find very rich in spices and very dense in flavor, whereas Moradabadi biryani is very subtle. In fact, and it is prepared totally in desi ghee and with green chilies. Very less spices are used, and if the chicken is also not very spicy, it is very easy to digest. That is the focus of that biryani.
Okay. What is the latest on Jawar Airport? Jawar.
Yeah, Jewar Airport in Noida.
Yes, yes, Jawar Airport.
Sir, it is progressing and it is scheduled to commence its flight soon, but I'm not sure about the year when it is scheduled to commence its flight.
Are you following the developments related to that?
Not on a regular
You are
basis,
not doing
sir.
that. Okay. Tell me, which are your border districts? I mean, UP's border districts with Nepal.
Sir, I'm not aware about the border districts with Nepal, but in Uttar Pradesh, it's
How many do you think districts are there? You know?
bordering Nepal, sir.
Yes.
Sorry, sir, I'm
You
not
don't
aware.
know. Okay. What is happening in Nepal?
Sir, Nepal recently witnessed a protest by younger generation, and it has led to change in the government. The former Chief Justice of Nepal's Supreme Court has been sworn in as the interim Prime Minister. The erstwhile politicians, Mr. KP Sharma Oli, Mr. Deuba, they all have been discredited rather by their younger generation, and they have not been allowed to retain power in Nepal.
Tell me, how will it impact our relations with Nepal?
Sir, since there is no permanent government in power in Nepal, which can ensure continuity of policy and international engagement, our engagements would be would be affected in the sense that we would not be able to take long-term view of with Nepal regarding any policy, because we are not sure as to with whom we may have to engage rather 6 months from now.
Tell me, we have been doing so much for Nepal. It's a Hindu country, and also in India, Hindu majority. And we have been giving a lot of assistance, to Nepal in the last few decades. But in spite of all that, they have a palpable tilt towards China. Why is it happening?
Sir, in fact, not just Nepal, all our small neighbors, barring Pakistan, they do play India and China to gain maximum from both the countries, and therefore it's rather a tactic, because even these countries are aware as if they engage with China too much and become too much dependent on China, perhaps they can end up like Pakistan, the other neighbor of India. That is my view.
They are not afraid of the debt trap.
They are certainly afraid, sir. That's why they try to exact maximum from India and then see what can be exacted from China.
Okay.
So they play a balancing game between the two countries.
Okay. Two questions I have related to your domain.
Right, sir.
What are your thoughts on creation of All India Judicial Service?
Certainly, sir. All India Judicial Services is the need of the hour. Article 312 provides for its establishment.
But what is standing in the way?
Sir, it would have to be a federally conducive exercise, because All India Judicial Services would have to be deployed in the state's lower judiciary. So even the states must consent. The Rajya Sabha's resolution would be required to establish an All India Judicial Service, a new All India service.
What are your thoughts on the collegium system?
Sir, collegium system of appointment was established in a particular background, and it is long due for reforms, sir. It has to reflect the realities, the present realities, ensuring transparency in appointment processes, ensuring merit, and ensuring accountability of judiciary because a large amount of pendency is there in the courts.
Do you think we have separation of powers in India?
Sir, we do not have strictest separation of power as is provided in the US Constitution because in parliamentary system it depends upon coordination and cooperation between legislative and the executive. In terms of separation of powers, yes, the Constitution ensures functioning separation of powers so that one organ of the state does not interfere in the functioning of the other.
Which branch of the government do you think is supreme in India?
Sir, in fact, in India, the supremacy lies with the Constitution and through it the people. Neither is the supreme because one can always check the other in case of any over interference.
Okay. The recent elevation of General Munir in
Right.
Pakistan, what impact it will have on relations with India?
So in relations between India and Pakistan are at all-time low, in spite of elevation of General Asim Munir as Chief of Defence Forces. However, sir, it will certainly increase the duty hours of our security personnel because infiltration perhaps might go up because General Munir has been very vocal with respect to his view with respect to India. He sees India as a threat, and through it he legitimizes the military's preeminence in Pakistan.
A little while ago, a question was asked about Sheikh Hasina.
Right, sir.
I have a similar question.
Right, sir.
Do you think giving political asylum to Sheikh Hasina, is it a political dividend for us or a liability? Diplomatic dividend. I won't say political.
Sir, it could go either way. If in Bangladesh there is genuine anti-incumbency against Awami League and Sheikh Hasina, then perhaps it can have a negative impact on India-Bangladesh relations. However, sir, political asylum, if there is threat of life to Sheikh Hasina in Nepal, and the given her, she has been her death sentence has been pronounced ex parte, which is unprecedented. In that situation, it might become imperative on us to give her political asylum.
You know, elections in Bangladesh are slated on 12th of February.
Right, sir.
And Sheikh Hasina's party, Awami League,
Has been
been barred from elections. What do you think will happen now?
That's the case. It is unfair because banning one political party under law from contesting elections does not make the elections genuine. It's virtually an authoritarian activity that has been undertaken. And in this backdrop, it would be very difficult to navigate the relations with Bangladesh for India. Because if we were to provide political asylum to Sheikh Hasina, then perhaps the party that might come to power in Bangladesh, our relations would suffer. But if we were to extradite Mrs. Sheikh Hasina to Bangladesh, then perhaps her death is certain. So that is a catch-22 situation for India.
Okay. Do you think, tell me, why is that Bangladesh is moving closer and closer to Pakistan now? You know, they have forgotten 71, they have forgotten the atrocities committed by the Pakistani soldiers on them, all that they have forgotten. Why is it happening?
Sir, perhaps it's not the general populace in Bangladesh that is moving closer to Pakistan. It's only the ruling class that has come to power right now, and certain sections, very minute sections of the population that we are seeing are moving closer to Bangladesh.
Do you know that in Bangladesh, when India-Pakistan cricket match is played, either in Bangladesh or anywhere in the world, the Bangladeshis will always cheer for Pakistanis. Why is that?
Sir, perhaps few cricket fans do not reflect people of Bangladesh.
Not that. Much deeper than that. Okay. My last question. Why is India not critical of the military regime in Myanmar?
Sir, India is
You know Aung San Suu Kyi studied in India,
Yes, sir.
Lady Sri Ram College,
Yes, sir.
and
So India has been asking for restoration of democratic governance in in Myanmar. It is not overly critical because of our own security interest in the northeast region, and perhaps to arrest the tilt of Myanmar's Janta regime to China.
they already have a tilt.
Right, sir. But owning a port in Indian Ocean is something that India is seeking to avoid. That would threaten India's dominance in Bay of Bengal region.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Devans,
Right.
I hope you're reading newspapers.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Bail, not jail, is the principle.
Yes, sir.
Something there, today's newspaper. But it's not always the case.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me? No, what is that?
Sir,
Supreme Court has said.
today's newspaper I have not yet read, sir. I am really sorry, but bail not jail is certainly a principle, and Supreme Court has time and again given its observation that judges, particularly in the lower judiciary, are afraid of
No,
granting.
but today Supreme Court is telling something different.
Sir, today's newspaper I have
National
not.
security is much more than the personal liberty of a person.
Okay, sir. That must be with respect to a specific case.
FDIs,
Right, sir.
you were talking about FDI. Any news, yesterday's news? Government decision?
Sir, the Press Information Bureau recently came out with the article that India has received its highest FDI of 81 billion.
Yesterday cabinet decision is 100% FDI in
Insurance sector.
Insurance sector. Okay. UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage Festivities. It was there in newspaper 2-3 days back. It was there in news also.
I'm sorry, sir.
Something has happened, very important. Most important festival in our country has become part of that heritage.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not aware about that.
Which is the most famous festival being celebrated throughout the country? No?
Sorry, sir.
Nothing coming to mind?
I'm sorry, sir. It would be a guess, but it's futile to take one.
Deepavali? It's
Yeah,
not being
Deepa-
celebrated everywhere? I think so.
Deepavali, sir. Yes.
It has become now part of intangible cultural heritage
Right.
under UNESCO.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Steel frame.
Right. Sir.
What is steel frame?
Sir, steel frame is the term used by Honorable former Deputy Prime Minister Sardar Patel in context of the bureaucracy of India.
So when do we celebrate that Civil Services Day?
I'm forgetting the dates. I'm sorry.
21st April. Okay. What is Article 142 and 143?
Sir, Article 142 of the Constitution gives Supreme Court the power to do complete justice. It's an overarching power wherein Supreme Court can pass any order, judgment, as it deems fit in respect of the facts of a particular case. And Article 143 is that all civil authorities have to act in aid of the Supreme Court.
143.
I'm really sorry, sir. 143 is the power of the President to make a reference to the Supreme Court regarding any question of law or fact that has arisen or may arise.
Okay. In the last fortnight, Supreme Court has revised its own 2 judgments, very important judgments.
Yes, sir.
What are those?
Sir, the Supreme Court in the recent 16th presidential reference reversed the 2 judgments order of the Supreme.
So diluted that.
Yes, it diluted that. That order fixed the powers, time limits for the governor
Okay.
to
This
assent
is
to
the
the
second
bills.
one. Second one is also important for our country. If we see the conditions outside curtain.
Sir, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the second one.
Retrospective, environmental.
Clearance.
Uh-huh.
Right, sir.
What was that?
Sir, I'm not completely aware about the facts of that case.
Achha, okay. Vision, mission, objectives.
Yes.
Is it the same thing or there is some difference?
So there is a difference between the 3. Vision is the larger overarching long-term vision that is sought to be achieved. A mission can be a particular stage or a goal towards that mission, towards that vision, in achieving that vision. And objectives can be of a particular program as to what a particular thing that we are seeking to achieve by doing one particular event or an act. Perhaps that's the difference between the three.
Okay. Principles of natural justice.
Yes. So principles of natural justice, there are three principles of natural justice. One is odi alteram partem, that other party cannot be condemned unheard. The second is reasoned decision, that any authority, when it gives a decision, it has to be backed by reason. And the third is to avoid conflict of interest. That is, one party must not be a judge in its own cause.
Okay, good. COP30, what is the fallout? What was expected and what happened?
So the COP30 in Brazil, it was the tussle was with respect to the financing, which could not materialize. Developing countries are seeking more funds in the form of grants and aid rather than in the form of loans, developmental loans.
One more was there. Important one.
So the phase out of fossil fuel was, we could not arrive at a consensus at COP30 regarding phase out of fossil fuel.
Which are two international important events boycotted by US and why?
I'm not aware about those two important events.
One is this one.
COP30 and
Why?
sir, because the current administration in United States is favoring more and more oil exploration, and
So they have withdrawn from the Paris Agreement.
right, sir, they are unwilling to.
This was done in the previous term also?
Yes, sir, it
Then?
was. Then the President Joe Biden came and he acceded to Paris Agreement again, and then perhaps once again withdrawal has been made from Paris Agreement.
Another important one that also was held in South America. No, not South America. African continent.
At the G20, sir.
What was that?
Sir,
Why it was boycotted?
Sir, I'm forgetting about it. I did read about it.
What about apartheid? What was apartheid?
Apartheid was the set of laws that segregated the whites and the native Africans that segregated them in Africa. South
Not
Africa.
the reverse one.
Right, sir.
What Trump is telling?
Yes, sir. President Trump is alleging that there is a white genocide that is perhaps taking place in South Africa. They are saying that the segregation laws that exist.
All right, my last question. What is pocket veto?
Pocket veto is the power that is conferred upon the president, where the president might not take action on a particular recommendation by the cabinet regarding.
So is the power conferred or pocket veto?
It's a implied power under the constitution with the president. President is bound to take action in accordance with the advice, but time limit within which the president has to take action has not been prescribed. So he may be willing to take action, but may not make the final signature.
It's more by governors than more by the president.
So in that presidential reference which you referred to some time ago, the Supreme Court has in fact remarked that governors do not have pocket veto. Article 200 uses the term with respect to governors, that governor on presentment of the bill shall declare. The inaction on part of governors is not envisaged in the constitution.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So Devansh, you have law background.
Yes, sir.
So recently we have replaced certain colonial era criminal laws
Right,
with
sir.
new laws.
Right.
So tell me the subject of criminal law. Is it in union list or state list or concurrent list?
Sir, it is in concurrent list.
Concurrent list. Very good. So when Parliament enacted these new laws, was there any consultation done with the states?
Sir, I am not aware about the particular consultation, but since it's a subject under concurrent list and the laws were enacted after committee recommendations, the government had the committee, Ministry of Law and Justice had an internal committee, perhaps consultations would have taken place.
Okay. So this enactment of these new laws, does it show modernization of criminal law or does it represent more of centralization of Indian federal polity?
So, since it's a subject under concurrent list, centralization of criminal law is not possible because the states would have to enact their laws in conformity with these laws. Only then they will come to effect in the states. It does represent modernization because it now explicitly recognizes forensic evidences and video recordings, hearing through telecommunication means. The video telecommunication means. It represents modernization. It also signals a shift in approach from punishment to rather reformation of the criminals.
So for these laws to come into effect in all these states of India, are all these state legislatures expected to enact laws?
Sir, the existing laws of the state, insofar as they are in uh, violation of these laws, they would cease to have effect because predominance has been given to union's power under Article 254 under concurrent list. However, sir, with respect to specific provisions, for example, there is a provision for community service. For that to come into effect, the state governments would have to make notifications and perhaps changes in physical infrastructure to implement those.
Okay. So are you aware that in 6th schedule of Indian Constitution, we have some special provisions for
Yeah.
northeastern states?
Right, sir.
So these states have tribal areas which have their autonomous councils.
Yes, sir.
And these councils also have judicial powers.
Yes, sir.
So as a law student, how can you explain their judicial powers?
Sir, the judicial powers to the 4 districts in 6th schedule has been conferred only in respect of disputes between members of scheduled tribes only, with respect to their marriage, succession, their personal laws, and their criminal disputes of a certain of notified jurisdiction only. The appeal from these courts that are there in 6th schedule lies to the state high court, and they follow the regular appeals procedure that is followed by any other court by any other case in sessions court.
Okay, okay. So recently, Supreme Court in state of Madras versus Governor of Madras gave a judgment on veto powers of governor, right? You must be aware of that.
Right,
And now Supreme Court has given its advisory opinion
right,
under Article 143.
right, sir.
So what legal effect now it has on governor's veto powers?
Sir, as has been pronounced by in advisory opinion of the Supreme Court, the governor does not have veto power under the Constitution of India, the pocket veto power particularly.
So is the advisory opinion binding in nature?
Sir, advisory opinion is binding under Article 141. It is binding on all courts and functionaries in India.
But this advice was given in reference to President of India under Article 143.
Right.
So is it binding in nature?
So may I take a moment
Yeah.
to think? Sir, the advice given by the Supreme Court under Article 143 nullifies its judgment under the State of Madras versus Governor of Madras, because the advisory opinion according to rules of interpretation of statutes, when a decision is given at a later date, and if it is conflicting with the decision at an earlier date, the later decision would have precedence over the earlier decision. So that decision is nullified now.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Devansh, you are very good. I must say, very impressive, very nice. This is your second appearance, right?
Right.
Before the board. How much did you get in the first attempt?
184, sir.
184. And you didn't get any service?
No, sir, unfortunately.
Oh dear. What was your optional?
Law only, sir.
Law. How much did you get in law?
245, sir.
Out of 500.
Right, sir.
And this time, how much you expect in that?
So hopefully significantly better than those marks.
You've done better than that, huh?
Right.
245, that has pulled you. Otherwise, 184 is a very good score, you know. But you can't reach up to 200 this time. I think you will, provided, you know, a lot of legal things are happening. Now, Tamil Nadu in particular,
Right.
the High Court judge, they want impeachment. Tell me, what is the procedure?
Sir,
The Chief Minister wants to impeach a High Court judge.
so that would have to be passed separately by the 2 houses of the parliament upon a...
First, the State Assembly, right?
No, sir,
Not necessary.
that is
Okay.
not necessary.
The 2/3 of the parliament members will have to vote.
Present
Both the
and
houses.
voting.
Both
Yes,
the
sir.
houses.
Yes, sir. And then assented to by the president in the same session.
First, the speaker has to agree, no? There is something in that? No?
So the speaker has to accept the motion of impeachment. If speaker is not bound to accept any motion, except for
Yeah.
the no confidence motion, provided that it has been signed by requisite numbers of parliament, Lok Sabha. A speaker has to first accept the motion, then it would be presented in the house, and then it would have to be enacted separately by the 2 houses and then assented to by the president.
In the same session means what? By the president.
In the same session means that until this session is prorogued by the president.
So it has to be signed within
Yes.
that period.
Yes, sir. It has
It's
to be
written
signed.
somewhere.
Yes, sir. In the
Where?
constitution. It
Probably.
is in
Constitution.
the constitution.
I think so, because the whole thing. Tell me, what was the problem? What exactly? Do you know the background?
So not completely. It was regarding certain judgment that the Honorable Judge of Madras High Court had given regarding lighting of some diya at some hilltop.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a Kartigai. I mean, in the month of Kartigai, lighting of the lamp is a must. And in particular, that Tiruchengodu or whatever the place, that temple is very auspicious. Every year they have been doing it. So this year, suddenly they gave that, the state government, they didn't allow. So naturally, the people agitated. They went to the High Court and the High Court agreed. But then a similar thing had happened earlier with the Madurai bench also. There was a case, you remember?
Sorry, sir.
I
I'm
can't
not
recall. But recently there was another case also. Madurai bench had approved, but then the state government didn't agree. Now this impeachment process will take how much time?
Sir, it depends upon the Parliament.
The Parliament is there for another 10 days or 1 week, that's all.
Yes, sir.
Winter
Till
session.
19th
Then
of December.
the budget session only.
Yes.
And then it will be referred to Supreme Court also?
No, sir.
No, straight away.
Sir,
Supreme Court is not involved at all.
in impeachment process, sir.
Huh?
Sir, in the process of removal of the judge?
Hmm.
No, sir. It's not involved.
It's not involved. That's surprising because they're the supreme as law matters. Anyway, that's interesting. They might ask,
Yes.
especially if a member is from Tamil Nadu, he might say that. So you say that whatever you know, and if possible, read up also.
Yes, sir.
Huh? And that good. And other than that, the general issue of pending of cases,
Right.
all these Supreme Court, High Court, everywhere, things are lying for so many years. What can be done? Can anything be done?
Yes, sir, but the reforms have to be bottom up with regards to pendency of the cases, because maximum
Very good.
cases are pending in the districts and lower courts. So there, first of all, many cases come into appeal for very minor things. For example, granting of bail. Perhaps we can assure that bails are granted in the lower courts. That would significantly reduce the burden. Second reform that we can make is, sir, with regards to the litigation by the states, because the states unfortunately are the biggest contemner in the courts. So perhaps a policy can be laid down as to what cases should the states file in appeal, because sometimes the expenditure on filing cases is much more than the suit value. For example, stopping of salaries of certain employees, they go to court and the state is in contempt because the administrative action has not been taken with respect to restoring their salaries, pensions. Such routine cases, perhaps they can be settled at the level of the administrative officials itself. So that requirement of going to court does not arise. Thirdly, sir, the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court has been exercising jurisdiction because of absence of legislative pronouncement on particular issues. For example, recently the Supreme Court under Article 142 reversed an arbitration award, which is not recognized under the Arbitration Act. Perhaps those jurisdictions can be ironed out, and so that pendency reduces.
Very good. Do you watch cricket? Are you interested in cricket?
Unfortunately, no, sir.
No. Okay, that is all right. Okay, thank you. You have done very well.
Thank you,
I
sir.
think this time you will make it. You can hope to get 200.
Thank
I
you,
mean,
sir.
the way you answer is very good, measured and very confidently you answer. That's very nice.
By the way, it is not All India Judicial Services. Though no S, just service. All India Judicial Service.
Right. Thank you.
Like
that-
Indian Police Service.
Yeah,
Like that.
That's right.
And read that very carefully. I asked you, who's standing in the way? What is standing in the way? Supreme Court is supportive of it. The government wants to do it. Law Commission has recommended it.
Right.
But the high courts are saying no.
State governments also saying no.
State governments are saying no.
That's
their
a
powers are
federal
going.
issue.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that's the thing. So, read newspapers, especially some
17th you must read newspapers. Don't miss that.
Yeah, Mint or business standard. Things like Monetary Policy Committee recommendation, you should know the repo rate, inflation targeting, all that. Then GDP growth, the last quarter and the last 2 quarters, contribution of the service sector. I mean, these are, and have you read economic survey?
Yes,
So,
sir.
can you recall 2-3 things they had recommended?
Very significantly, they had recommended labor reforms, sir. The labor compliance in India is very cumbersome.
Very good.
No, that is number one. The number second is the one which I said about the FDI. The protection to the industries must be accompanied with commensurate productivity benchmarks and must be time bound, must have a sunset clause.
Something to be deregulation also.
Yes, sir. They say that deregulation is very necessary for new leg of growth that India has to chart out to become a developed country. So they have talked about regulatory impact assessment in this regard.
And some highlights of the budget, can you recall 2, 3?
So the most significant one is the increase in tax slabs, significant relief to the personal income tax rate of up to 12 lakh rupees, of those earning up to 12 lakh. The rest I would have to read, sir, the budget one.
So here the concept of ease of living, ease of doing business, those things you should know. And the law also, judicial activism and judicial overreach.
Right.
This again is very important with examples. You know, you should be able to say that. Now this pollution etc. is there. How can judicial overreach be there? Suppose they do something. When will you call it judicial overreach?
Sir, that would be when overarching and sweeping bans and judgments are made. For example, banning vehicles older than 15 years in case of a diesel vehicle and 10 years in case of a petrol vehicle, unless and until the vehicle is polluting, because pollution check happens every 6 months. So that is overreach.
I think you told the other way around. Petrol is 15 years, diesel is 10 years.
Diesel is 10 years and petrol. I'm sorry, sir. Thank you so
See,
much.
you have to be very careful. And only with example you can really remember judicial overreach and judicial activism.
Right.
Okay. So do that. You are very good. And if you don't know, you say, I don't know. Don't guess. I think you should make it. You have anything else to ask from us?
No, sir. Was I too nervous while
No,
answering?
no,
No,
very
no,
good,
no,
very
no,
good,
very
excellent.
confident.
Very
Maybe
good
we asked you
performance.
very comfortable questions. I don't know. No, but very good.
Very
I'm
good,
sure
very good.
you will do very well.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Relax.
sir.
And don't take many more marks. Next Tuesday or Wednesday, read instead.
Right.
Especially the newspaper events happening and all that.
Ask one or two of your friends
Ha.
to interview you. I mean, you sit there,
If at
ask
all.
him to ask questions, whatever he may like, international affairs, domestic, situation, anything. He can ask you and you answer,
Right.
and let him comment.
Right. Also, sir, one more doubt. The question that you asked about the Sheikh Hasina issue, political asylum.
That's okay. That is correct. I think what government of India is doing, it's not the first time she's here in India.
Right.
She has been in India before also.
Right.
It's not first time. And the circumstances were such that we had no choice but to
Accept.
give her asylum in India.
And FMS said something about that. Are you aware recently about the Sheikh Hasina thing?
Who said, sir?
Foreign Minister.
Foreign Minister, External Affairs Minister.
Sir, I would have to read about it.
He said it's for her to decide. That's
Right.
That means, giving her the choice.
Right,
Choice.
sir.
You know, this is what he has said. So that in a way is our stand, so to say.
And we have had very good relations,
Yeah.
even with her father.
Right, sir.
Oh yes.
And father was assassinated, she was in India.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
76.
that's true.
Yes. 75.
75.
So 14th August.
Long history.
Yes.
14th August.
Okay.
And also, that, the way we are so magnanimous. Our Honorable Prime Minister even offered medical treatment to Begum Khalida Zia.
Oh, yeah.
She's almost dying, kind of on the
She
deathbed.
probably is going to London. I don't know.
No, I think she's on ventilator. I don't think she will
Yeah,
go.
no point really.
Right.
But air taxi would have had come to Bangladesh, Dhaka.
Sir, if I am asked to make any political comment, right, who will like the questions which you asked, who will come to power? For example, in the elections that are there in February in Bangladesh.
No. I didn't ask
they will
that.
never ask.
I didn't ask who will come. I said Awami League has been barred from election.
Yeah.
So what will happen? Awami League people will protest.
Right.
So there will be a lot of violence,
Law and order.
law and order situation in the country. So that will happen. And then the Jamaat Islami people are there with them.
Yes.
So BNP will definitely participate.
Yes, sir.
Already you may have read in the papers that her son, who is in London,
He's being projected.
I think Tariq Rahman, his first name is Tariq Rahman. He was in London. He would go back to Dhaka, Bangladesh.
Okay.
He might lead the party, we don't know.
Yes.
So
That may. But about Bangladesh, perhaps may not be that many questions. But the Indian stand with reference to Bangladesh issues, that can be there. But otherwise, election in Bangladesh, what do you forecast?
And extradition will take its own time.
Yeah.
We know that we have extradition requests
yes.
with the UK. So many are pending.
King
There are
Mr. Mela is
floating,
still
yeah.
there.
We are not able to bring them back. And they Malaya, Modi, and then this fellow. Now, Luthras, I hope they come back.
Luthra,
At least
they
we
may
don't
come
know.
back. They may come
Blue
back.
collar notice has been issued. Anyway, keep track of all this.
Yes.
And from your side, don't add anything unless specifically they ask you what is your opinion.
Okay.
Otherwise, factually, what the law position is, what the newspaper says, stick to that.
Right.
Okay? Very good.
All the best.
All the best.